The first signs were too subtle to notice: tremors beneath the soil, strange fluctuations in the magnetic field, animals behaving with inexplicable precision. All were dismissed as natural phenomena. But then, one morning, people all over the globe awoke to an unshakable feeling, as if the ground beneath them was not simply matter but something vast, ancient, and aware. Scientists scrambled to explain it. Theologians argued over its meaning, and yet deep inside, everyone knew it was true: Earth had woken up. It began with whispers, not through sound, but through sensations. When someone touched a tree, they felt not just bark and roughness but a pulse, as if a thought passed through their fingertips. The oceans carried emotions in their tides, the winds murmured like sighs, and mountains radiated a stirring kind of patience. People who spent long hours in nature began hearing clear words in their minds, voices too vast to be imagined, all carrying the same message: I see you. At first, humanity reacted with awe. Movements formed overnight, preaching harmony with the living planet. Cities fell quiet for moments of collective listening, as if waiting for the earth to speak again. But soon, unease followed. The planet's consciousness was not human, not bound by morality or politics, and its intentions were impossible to predict. In some regions, crops flourished without explanation, feeding millions. In others, storms tore through towns with a precision that felt like judgment. No one knew whether these were blessings or punishments. Dr. Lena Voss, a geologist who had spent decades studying seismic activity, was among the first to propose that Earth's consciousness had always been there, dormant, and only now rising. Her team detected patterns in earthquakes that resembled a heartbeat, and deep in tectonic shifts she heard rhythm, like a language pressing against the limits of human understanding. Obsessed, she camped for weeks near fault lines, recording vibrations, until one night she dreamed she was falling into the planet's molten core. In that dream, a voice like grinding stone spoke: "Why do you cut me? Why do you take without asking?" She awoke trembling, certain it was no dream. Governments grew fearful. Some called the phenomenon a threat, others a divine opportunity. Global leaders demanded communication, but Earth's answers never came in speeches or symbols, only through actions. Oil fields dried overnight, fossil fuels turned useless, while solar and wind energy surged with inexplicable efficiency. It was as if Earth itself was redirecting humanity's path, whether people agreed or not. Riots erupted in cities as industries collapsed, while others rejoiced at the forced return to balance. Then came the most chilling revelation. Across the world, in forests, deserts, mountains, and coasts, people began to vanish. Entire groups walked into wilderness, guided by unseen voices, never to return. Survivors reported seeing them dissolve into the soil, or merge with trees, as if being reclaimed. Panic consumed civilization. Was Earth selecting who could remain and who must be reabsorbed? Families clung to one another, terrified of being chosen. Dr. Voss pushed further, desperate for answers. She orchestrated an experiment, standing barefoot on sacred ground, amplifying seismic waves into sound, and in that rumble, words emerged, clear and deliberate: "I birth you, you are my thought made flesh." But thoughts that wound must fade. Humanity, she realized, was not separate from Earth, but an expression of it, an experiment, perhaps, or a dream. The disappearances were not executions but reintegrations, a return to the source. The world held its breath. Some resisted violently, building fortresses of steel and fire, shouting that Earth was enslaving them. Others surrendered, lying down in meadows, letting roots curl over their bodies. Lena faced her own choice when the ground beneath her split and the voice called her name. Her instruments shook, her colleagues fled, but she stood firm, whispering, "What do you want of us?" For a long moment, silence, then the Earth's voice answered, not cruel, not kind, but eternal: "To remember." And in that instant, Lena understood the truth that unraveled her mind. Humanity was never meant to dominate Earth. They were its memory, its fragile attempt to see itself through eyes and stories. Their wars, their creations, their dreams were the planet's own reflections. The danger was not that Earth had awakened now, but that humanity had forgotten it had always been awake. The world's future would depend on whether people could accept that they were not masters, nor guests, but the living thoughts of the Earth itself, and if they could not, the Earth would simply think them away.